My name is Kalisha, and today we have a very special guest in the building. Listen, we've been cool for a minute now. We got Twizzy Twitch in the building.
What's up?
What's going on? Your energy's like, chill today. How's your day been? Like, you seem real chill. Normally, you got like high energy all the time. What's going on?
I feel like I'm goofy, but I'm always relaxed. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like I'm goofy.
How's your day been? What you been up to today?
Shy Belligerent had a video shoot.
Okay.
He needed us to pull up, so we pulled up. My boy Darko shot that.
All right. Bet. So tell me about the music video. What were you shooting for?
Just a song he got. But he's wearing our brand in it. So
okay.
Yeah, we laced him up for the video.
Okay.
It's a good look. We about to lace his whole hood up. So
I know that's right. So talk about the brand.
It's a legal business. That's what it's called.
All right.
It means what you need it to mean. Nah, but it's not about breaking the law. A lot of people think it's about breaking the law, but it's not. It's basically about making moves that other people scared to make.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. I think we all, we all do that. And that could just mean anything, like in the industry. Yeah. Doing what you love to do.
Yeah, there's a lot of
people
scared. A lot of ways you can go about it.
Their dreams.
A lot of different types of illegal businesses out here.
We're gonna leave it at that. All right. But let's get into you. You from LA, right? Yeah. Okay. But a lot of people say they from LA. So what part of LA you from?
Okay, so I'm weird. I'm technically from Long Beach.
Okay.
But, my parents weren't together. Back and forth, back from LA to Long Beach, like my whole life.
Okay.
So that's why, like, a lot of people in the city know me.
Yeah.
Because it's, my whole life back and forth. I've never been to the same school 2 years in a row.
Same.
Never in my life. Yeah, it's always been a different school.
Same. So talk about, like, what it was like growing up out in Long Beach, going back and forth, because everyone has their own different experience growing up in LA.
Yeah. Well, I stayed on the north side of Long Beach. Like, my neighborhood is considered the bad side. I mean, it was. I mean, I guess you see the amount of people that you lose and the people that you see get their lives taken. I guess it is what it is. But that was life. It was. Long Beach is home for me because I guess that's where I feel like I learned how to be a man.
Okay.
We kind of raised ourselves out there. Shout out to my aunt though, like Cindy and T-Bone, because when we was in Long Beach, they were the ones that kind of took the mantle out there. But they had 5 kids, and then me and my brother was 2 more, so that was 7, and then we had this like 1-bedroom apartment.
Oh my God! So what was a living situation like growing up there?
Oh, okay. So
Who
I guess
slept where?
So I guess it was considered bad, but in our head, it was fun.
Right.
Because you were a kid.
Right.
So everybody sleeping in the living room. So it was like the funniest stuff ever. Can I cuss on here?
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, funniest shit ever. We had everybody had friends, right? Like let's say I have a best friend. My cousin Madison got her best friend, Hannah, Layla, Naomi. Everybody got a best friend, right? Barrett got his crew. My brother got his crew. Everybody comes to our house, so you got to think every day is like 30 kids in the house. I don't know how my aunt and uncle dealt with that.
How did that fit? It sounds like a cramped house party.
Yeah, but it was cool. It was fun.
Yeah.
I mean, to us, as a kid, that's the funnest stuff in the world.
Yeah.
We became like a sanctuary type house though, because it was so many of us that my aunt always cooked large portions of food.
Right.
But there's a lot of kids in the neighborhood that didn't have like food because they're people's moms was on drugs or they were maybe they just had bad income. So a lot of kids would always come to our house just to eat and stuff like that.
Wow.
So that was like it was like a thing. Like everybody knew, come to the Miller's house, get you a plate.
That's so. Do you feel like you've carried that throughout your life? You feed everybody now, and you.
Yeah, everybody. I mean, you'll probably hear stories about it later, but yeah. Everybody knows. I guess I'm the guy that took
putting
care
food
of
on everybody's plate. I love that.
Yeah,
that
everybody
so
eats. Most people that work for me were all already in a bad situation, and they came to me in a bad situation, and I. Took him out of that situation, I guess.
That's dope. We're definitely going to get more into that later, but let's dive a little deeper into you as an artist. What inspired you to start doing music?
So I've been rhyming my whole life, right? Like, I guess everybody has their favorite artist. Like, at that time, like when I was younger, it was Eminem, right? Just because I was interested in how he rhymed. It was bigger than, the song. It was just the complexity of his rhymes was always interesting to me. So I would always walk around just rhyming things, just to see how complex I could get it. I never told nobody I rapped. Never.
Really? Why?
Never. So in my head, I thought rappers were lame. Yeah.
Oh, tell me more. Tell me more.
Yeah, because I mean, I was always like a hustler, so I
Right.
always thought rapping was lame. Like,
Uh-huh.
you know, I'm thinking, like half the time people don't really live what they, you know what I'm saying? I feel like rappers are portraying the stuff we do.
Okay.
So I just thought it was just a hobby of mine that I enjoyed. So I would just always write. I was always writing, always writing. I had went to jail when I was younger for doing some stupid stuff, and so I can finally record my first song, and then I had recorded it, and because I went to jail doing it, it like I was like the trauma in my head was like so messed up. I was like, I'm not recording no more. So I just kept writing or whatever, like later my whole life. So I just got naturally good. Well, one day I went to college in Atlanta. One day my homeboy was like, hey, y'all want to come to the studio? I'm about to go rap. So me and my other homeboy Jeremiah, we go to the studio, and he goes in the booth, lays out the weakest verse ever, but he comes out and was like, what y'all think? And my homeboy was hyped it up. He's like, yeah, hard. And he looked at me, he's like, what you think? I was like, oh, no, I think you can do better.
At least you was honest.
So like, you can't do no better? I said, give me 30 minutes. So then this is my second time in the studio. This is like a few years ago. So I'm in college at this point.
Right.
I write something down. They're like, all right, time up, go. So I go in the booth and I lay it down. It was hard. I mean, I'm way better now, but it was hard, right? Hard enough at the time. And what DJ was it? DJ Clue? It was a big DJ in the city that was there at the time. He heard it. It was like, hey, I got some beats. You want to come back and get all my beats? I'm just messing around. So I'm like, yeah, come on, let's do it. Forget it. Just throw me some beats. So I fell back in love with it then, right? Fast forward, my pops said, I'm gonna use a short version of all this. My pops told me to go to go back to Cali because I haven't seen the family in years because I was in college at the time. And when I went to college, I just didn't go back. But he was like, go see the family. So I was like, all right, cool, I'll go see the family. So I go see the family or whatever. My dad lived in Atlanta at the same time that I went to Atlanta. So I go see the family back in Cali, and I was supposed to come back like that Thursday or something. So I forgot what day it was. But I was supposed to come back that next day. And I didn't go back because we booked a studio session. So I was in the studio, and my dad had called me. He was like, yo, where you at? You supposed to land today? I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to chill for today. I was like, I'll be back tomorrow or whatever. He was like, I'll just catch another flight. So he was like, all right, cool. So a couple hours go by. We leave the studio. My cousins were all in there with me, my little cousins, because I haven't seen them forever. The ones I grew up with in Long Beach, all
30 of them.
Yeah. So, you know, this is like, they're all grown now to me. So I'm like, it's dope. We record, find out one of my cousins is a really great singer. My uncle comes busting in the room, the other one that raised me, my dad's brother. He's like, hey, wake up. I was like, what's up? He's like, your dad just died. And I was like, nah, I was just talking to him.
Right.
He was like, yeah, I know, they just told me that he just passed away like an hour ago. So I was like, what? So I was like messed up.
Yeah.
So I get on the plane. I head back to Atlanta, and I'm at the curb waiting for people to pick me up, and I'm like, he can't pick me up because he's dead. He's supposed to pick me up. God. So I had to call the Uber. So I catch the Uber to his crib. We get to his crib, and there's like caution tape all over the place or whatever. He was sick. He had a thing, but I get inside the house and there was like blood on the bed. So I was like, oh shit, turn the lights off. I'm like, nah. So I turn the lights off, and I get in the car. I get in his car, and it was like an old CD that he made when we was younger. Was in the car, and it's like "To Mend a Broken Heart" by Al Green was the first song that popped up. They became like my favorite song at that point because that was like I needed that
moment.
Yeah, like I needed that. So my homegirl Takia called me. Was like, you back? I was like, yeah. So I linked up with her. We chilled for a second, and then I left and was like, I gotta go to the studio. And I write about everything that's happening as it's happening. And the song is called Pops. It's actually out. It's on my first and only project I ever released. But I wrote this song, and I was like, all right, I was about to drop out of college. But when I wrote this song, I was like, nah, I gotta finish school. So I made an album called Final Semester. It was like my...
We're going to get into that for sure.
Yeah, I made an album called Final Semester. The song was on it. It described the whole thing, but then I fell back in love with music again. Like that made it serious. Like that, like in my head, I was supposed to be there, and I just lost my dad because I was recording a song. If it's that serious to me, then I need to take it serious.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So now we're all in. So then I get a, I mean, I'm not going to explain everything in this interview,
Yeah.
but like fast forward, a lot happened. One song in that album kind of went viral around my school, whatever. I get a call from a major record label. They wanted to sign me. I come back to Cali. I didn't take the deal. Ended up running into Big Boy's team at Rolling Loud because it was happening at that time. Met Elijah Banks. And yeah, we've been rocking ever since. But at that point, I just started writing for a bunch of people in the industry and got a name from it. I guess.
Yeah, I know that's right. I know
So
that's
that's what
right.
happened.
So let's quickly take it back to, you mentioned your 30-minute song writing skills. So I'm sure it's gotten way better now, but let's talk about your writing and your process and like where you get your inspiration from.
I don't write no more. I used to write.
Okay.
Yeah, so now it's like a gift I got. Remember I used to always rhyme when I was a kid?
Yeah.
It's gotten to the point where it's like, it's just easy to me now. So everybody tells me how I'm like, they're like, I'm cold or whatever. Like I don't really describe my feelings, or I'm not like emotional with everybody. But if you put a beat on, if you want to know what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, you put a beat on. I don't know what I'm thinking. I don't know what I'm feeling. Like if someone comes up to me right now and said, hey, what you thinking about? I might tell you some bullshit because I'm no. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what I'm thinking about, so I might just make something up. But if you turn a beat on, I'm just telling you what's in my head. That's what I'm thinking about. That's what I'm feeling. You feel me? But it's gotten poetic. It's gotten like some of the things I say, I look back and be like if you ever have a studio session with me, you'll see a lot of people come in the studio just to see what I'm going to say because I don't know what the hell I'm going to say. Turn the beat on. You can turn the beat on right now. I'll probably just get in the booth and go. You know what I'm saying? So everything you ever hear from me, 95% of it just was off the top of my head.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why do you feel like you consider yourself to be like kind of cold and not really?
This is just what I've heard, but I think it's just probably trauma from growing up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you lose so many homies, you done lost so many family members, you done seen so many people, so many bad things happen. You know, I got the typical LA story with the mom on drugs, dad is gone now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you get hit with so much, you gotta go really hard to make me feel to show it.
Do you think that affects like your like romantic relationships?
Oh, definitely. Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I could say her name, but she's kind of known, so I don't want to say her name. But man, she used to talk about this all the time.
Really?
We don't date no more, but she's talking about it all the time. She's like one of my close homegirls now.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, she used to be like, man, why don't you just tell me how you feel? Like, well, I don't care.
Like I just can't. Like, so have you written music about her to get those feelings out?
Yeah, I've written about her before. I've written about women in general that I've frequented with in the past. I was never good at love songs, so most of my songs are just about the experience of being together, opposed to it being an actual love song, I guess.
Right.
Because I always got love for girls, but it's just hard for me to tap into someone unless I'm really feeling them. So yeah, I definitely got a song about her. I've only written songs about like 2-3 girls.
Wow. Yeah. You date for you got looks or personality?
This LA, everybody look good.
I don't know. I could.
So you gotta be.
I could.
But I'm not gonna lie.
You on that one? I'm kidding.
when I like growing up, I've never had a hard time getting girls. I've never had a hard time getting girls. Like I consider myself like fatter now. Like I used to be, high school built body. So I've never had a hard time getting girls.
No, I'm saying you, like when choosing a girl, are you gonna pick a girl based off of her, like what she looked like first, or like her personality?
No, it's got to be personality now. That's what I'm saying. Like
Okay,
your looks don't get me anymore. Like you can't.
Really?
Like I can't be seduced.
You're the first guy or girl too. Guys and girls will say this that says that. Thank you for being honest.
No, I can't. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I can't really be seduced. You gotta like your mind's gotta be. I mean, what are we doing? We just gonna fuck? Is that what we doing? Yeah. I mean, cool, right? When you're younger, but at this point, I don't really care.
Yeah.
You get me?
No, I feel
like
you.
I gotta. If I ain't vibing with you, I don't really want to be around you.
Facts, man. And it's so hard to just get along with a certain person these days.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's just
it's rare.
Get along with you.
It's rare.
It is very rare. I gotta get along with you. I gotta be able to communicate with you, talk to you.
Yeah.
Just be me.
I think it's getting harder too, especially as we getting bigger in the industry. It's because our life is like all over the place. We traveling every damn week. Don't let a tour happen. We gone for months. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's rough for the girl Like, I feel bad for the girl that has to date me in that aspect.
Yeah.
You feel me? And because I'm not even about because I'm not a guy that even gets groupies like that. Like, I be ignoring the hell out of girls. Banks will tell you I ignore the hell out of girls. I'm the first one to go to sleep.
Head, yeah, back there.
They bring girls back to the crib. I'll go in the bed, lock my room. I'm good.
Oh my God.
But like,
because you used to it. Like, you've been in this game for a minute now. You used to it. You've been there, done that. Like, it ain't new to you, you know?
Yeah. So I think with me, I think that I'm gonna have a really hard time finding someone I connect with until I get more time to do so, to connect with someone.
Yeah.
You know,
it'll happen when the time is right. The time is right. You mentioned going through a lot of trauma growing up, and I think right now, you know, the message of, you know, mental health and all of that's really being talked about. Have you gone to therapy? Have you sought therapy? Like, what's your thoughts on that?
Okay, so when my dad died, me and my homeboy, his name is Jeremiah. His dad died too, right? Or like close to the same time.
I don't know how you smiling when you talking about your dad being dead.
Nah,
like,
check it.
How I would be.
This is what they be telling. They be like, how do you laugh at things like this? What you want me to do?
Like, the whole, like, from the moment you brought up, you're like, ha ha ha, my dad died. Like, wait, what?
Nah, I love my dad. He raised me. Like, that's my guy.
But you know, it seems like you've come to peace.
I ain't about to cry about everything.
Yeah.
But no, so Jeremiah was like, yeah, but we gotta get this therapy. The school got the therapy. I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, we need to do this. We need to do this. So he goes, so we go together. He goes in first. He in there for about 30 minutes. And he comes out, tears all in his eyes. He looked at me, he said, whew. But don't go in there, boy. I said, hell no, I ain't going in there.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
That was my attempt, and I didn't like his results.
So when you saw him come out like that, you didn't want to walk in.
I just figured it out. But don't get wrong, I think therapy is good.
Yeah.
I just haven't tried it yet, and maybe one day I will to figure out the root of stuff. But right now, it's sure to beat on. Let me just talk about it.
Yeah, I think you should.
Music is my therapy right now. Music saved me.
Yeah.
Like, dead ass saved me.
Yeah.
Music got me through a lot. Yeah.
You know, it's crazy because as you were telling me this story, like, I truly believe that when somebody does pass and you're very, you know, close to that individual, it's a family member, they're forever your angel.
Yeah.
They're forever your angel. So I think when that happened, you getting into that car, listening to that, you know, that putting that CD in, listening to that song, getting inspired, it was like a whole energy shift in the universe that everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, definitely. You know? I definitely believe everything. But you can tell everything happens for a reason, because sometimes you'll just be sitting there and be the random shit in the world and be like, man,
like I
used to own a red cat. You'd be like, a red cat? Who the hell's our red cat? And out of nowhere, a damn red cat would just be in the middle of the street, you know what I'm saying? And next to a stack of money. You'd be like, oh shit.
That's called manifesting.
$500. You know?
That's called manifesting. Do you feel like you've manifested a lot of things in your life?
Yeah.
Do vision boards and write shit down?
I've never done a vision board. A lot of people I know do that. I've never done a vision board, but I've definitely written things down, you know, that I want, and it's happened. Mm-hmm. I've definitely stated things that was going to happen. I make it a point to make whatever I say it. Yeah. You know, I can tell you right now that I'm going to open up a club called The Playlist. Yes. Right? And I guarantee, you might think I'm moving slow, but I guarantee you before I get out of here, there will be a club called The Playlist. It's
going to happen. It's gonna happen.
It's just what it is.
It's gonna happen. So, earlier, we were talking about your songwriting process, and you brought up, the first and only project that you dropped, final semester. But of course, I want to talk about, some of your influences musically, like what has inspired your music, your sound, your process. How you release music, all of that.
I think I'm still learning on like the whole how to release music situation. So when I started, I was behind the scenes so long, writing for everybody. I've written for legends. Like, I've written for people you guys
talk about it. Who have you written for? Can you talk about it?
People don't like
NDA.
Yeah, people don't like to get busted out. I will say I did help Macy Gray recently. Okay. On something. Yeah, that was fun. Her and Johnny Blaze, we worked on something together. The big song by Capella Gray. Gallus. Yeah. He recorded that. He recorded some of that at my studio, a little remix with Chris Brown, all that. Stuff like that. You just dabble in things. So I've been behind the scenes so long doing stuff that I didn't even care to be the star and release my own stuff. But I think at this point, I'm having so much fun now with it that it just feel like it's time for me to do so. So I think I'm inspired by Kendrick. Just inspired the hell out of me.
Yes, we're gonna definitely talk about that. He was lit, turns up at the shoot.
I feel like it's time for LA to just be LA. And I mean, now I'm gonna pop my shit here, and I don't really do it. But you talking about bars, you talking about bar to bar. There's not a lot of rappers in LA that can hang with me, like as far as that goes. So I feel like I want to demonstrate this.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Yeah.
So what I did do was I went and got the best rappers I feel in LA there is, and I made a song with each one of them. So you guys will hear about that project.
Yeah, we definitely gonna get to that. We definitely gonna get to that. But your inspirations, like, you know, some of the artists you listened to growing up that inspired you, that, you know, you feel like you've incorporated some of them into your music.
Definitely Eminem, of course. Like I said, the way Lil Wayne was doing punchlines back in the day.
Yeah, man.
Man, you sitting there.
Greatest ever do it.
Yeah, just metaphors is insane. It taught me how to rap differently. Taught me how to think outside the box. J. Cole style and storytelling as we got older, he became one of my favorites.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love how Drake can tap into his emotions, although I know the time isn't the best time to be saying
Yeah, I was
that's
like,
just
wait
real.
a minute, he was just
That's
at
just real.
Kendrick's video shoot.
That's just real. I can't knock Drake being an amazing artist
definitely.
though.
He's been around for over a decade.
Yeah.
He's gonna survive it.
That's what I love about LA though. You come after one of us, hey, what you want us to do? Gonna be what it is.
Listen.
Yeah,
Canada over there, LA over here. Well, you know, we can.
Yeah. But definitely Kendrick.
Yeah.
Kendrick is a genius when he if you like literally sit there and look at his work of art, how he puts it together from start to finish, it's insane.
Yeah.
And then if you you can literally pick a Kendrick song and dissect each song.
Yeah.
Most people just rapping.
Right.
He's not just rapping. He's giving you more in depth inside each rhyme. You can't. That's insane.
Don't play with him. Go back and listen to the music. You right about that. There's people actually right now on social media that are like dissecting his lyrics and like going through it.
Yeah.
And talking about what he means by each bar. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
He's a genius.
Yeah, man. So you briefly brought it up, but you were speaking on, and I don't want to give too much away before, you know, you announce it and it comes out, but you said you went and you picked like all your favorite rappers and you went and you worked with all of them.
Yeah.
Most recently, one of the records that you have coming, you worked with. Talk about it.
Yeah, RJ.
Talk about it.
RJ, Mr.
Yes,
LA.
so talk about how that happened.
Okay, so this producer, shout out to the legendary Dame Taylor.
Yes.
Dame Monster's Instagram tag. Do your research. He's just a legend. He's worked with everybody. Jay-Z he worked with everybody. He made a beat. The beat was hard. He said, hey, RJ's getting on this beat, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, okay, cool. RJ did his thing. They sent me the record. And I was like, oh, this is hard. Cool. But they sent me like 3 records. So they was like, yeah, I want you to collab, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay. So I picked the record. The beat didn't sound like it sounded now. I picked the record, and I started writing to it. Then Dame came in there, did some more to it. Now it had me hyped up. Jag is on the record too. Jag is who I got this project coming out with that we'll talk about later. But Jag started writing his stuff and started getting off early on his. I was looking over there. I was like, oh, you getting off. So I just got in the booth. I was like, just turn it on. So they turned it on. I just punched in the whole record, and they actually came out hard. Jag did his thing, sent it to RJ. RJ lost it. He was like, oh, this is hard. I was like, let's shoot a video.
Boom.
So we shot a video. It was supposed to be a small gathering at a house.
With a small gathering, like that's gonna happen.
It was funny. I was making an announcement, telling Banks, I was like, man, I don't know if people are gonna show up. I was like, so last minute. You know what I'm saying? Banks said, I'm gonna post it too. Let's see. Man, the house became 2-packed. It got 2-packed. I'm walking in the backyard. Girls walking around naked. I was like, it got too long. I left early.
Wait a minute. How did they end up naked?
I don't know. I wasn't back there.
What was happening? Is it like, did you incorporate this into the video?
I got footage, but the pool party, the pool party went viral, and it got a little out of hand. The neighbors came over there. The neighbor was like, "Hey, my mom was there."
The neighbor was like, "My mom is there."
No, the mom. No, her neighbor said the mom is like outside and she's like going to sleep.
I thought the neighbor's mama
I got a little
naked
drunk
in the backyard.
No, I got a little drunk, so I was just like, yeah, you want a shot? So we invited the neighbor in. Neighbor came, started drinking with us. Now the neighbor in there lit. So it was going down, right? The Airbnb host is hitting me up like, I'm going to kick you guys out. I said, all right, cool.
Oh, my
I just gave, I said, they just going to charge me. Fuck it. So,
right. And did they?
They tried to, but I made up some crap. But anyways,
right.
they probably going to get me after they see this interview. It's like, I told you, Airbnb.
Now you told on yourself.
What happened? So RJ was supposed to be there for like 30 minutes. RJ stood for 3 hours.
I know that's right. I know that's
we had
right.
a good time. It was cool. So the video, I'm assuming, is gonna come out lit. I didn't see all the footage yet, but I've seen a lot of it. It's lit.
We're gonna have the naked women in the video.
Yeah, the song's called "Go Baby." You'll see it. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That's funny. So can we expect more videos with this type of craziness in the future?
Yeah. I hope so. What's funny?
How do you come up with the concepts for your videos?
There was no concept here. I just said I wanted it to look lit. And
all right, we gotta talk. We gotta talk off camera.
Yeah, there was like no big. It was all last minute. But
oh my gosh.
What's funny is I'm a conscious rapper, and people say I just rap, but people say I'm a conscious rapper, right? This was my first time shooting a video that was like this. Like, if you look at anything else I got, there's never really no models going crazy. I don't need video vixens shaking ass and nothing like that. I be chilling. That's funny. This is the first time this happened. Like, we had a whole bunch of strippers coming out. It was going down. Yeah.
All right, so Go Baby featuring Mr. RJ, Mr. LA. Yep. What else can we expect? What can the fans expect to be coming next after that? Because they're going to be on edge.
We got a lot, actually. Like, we got, what's funny is this song that's coming out that everybody is, like, thinking is the greatest shit ever is not my biggest song at all. I was going to come out with something else. Something with another big artist.
Y'all hear that?
I mean, I'll just say it's with OT.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to come out with this song that everybody was like, oh, this the one. But because we just did this shit it went viral when we shot the video, we just decided, like, okay, since it's got momentum, let's just do this one.
Yep.
So I think the OT one's gonna be bigger, and my nigga Perico's on that too. I think that one's gonna be bigger.
Perico.
But I also got a cool love song on there.
Oh, I gotta hear this one.
Yeah, that one's real cool. I'm not gonna announce that one yet. That one's real cool. What's insane is like 80 or 90% of the people that were at that Kendrick Lamar concert performing are on this album that we got.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's dope.
So that was hard. I got to see all the homies go up there and do their thing for the West. I love that.
Well, listen, before we wrap the interview, talk about the experience and what it was like being there in the flesh at the shoot for Kendrick Lamar's
history.
Not Like Us.
That was history. I'm so jealous of Banks. He got him a good little shot in. He did this little dance with Kendrick. They started getting off together. Wow. I thought, oh man, I wasn't there. That's
gonna go down in history for sure.
Yeah, he got him a good little clip. But no, it was cool though. It was like the whole city came out. It was extra gang banged out, but it was no violence. Everybody was chilling.
Wow.
We knew everybody.
Wow.
We knew everybody. I mean, I'm from Long Beach North Side and Compton right there, so it was like a family reunion.
Wow.
It was like I saw people that I didn't see in years. I saw everybody that was somebody that's making music in LA was there. Mm-hmm. I feel like it was like a few thousand people there. It had to be like 1,000 people there. It was crazy. It was
for sure.
It was low-key dangerous by being packed, not because it was violent. It was like dangerous by being packed.
Man.
Yeah, it was cool. Kendrick just did something that I've never seen anybody in LA do.
Yeah.
Because after he left there, he went to the Gardens to go shoot too. I've never seen a rapper be able to go from hood to hood and be good.
Yeah, I feel like he's like finishing up the work that Nip was trying to do for the city.
Yeah, he's definitely our guy right now. Like he's the guy that's. Come on, man. I have people out. I seen people out there that weren't supposed to be out there.
Mm-hmm.
That couldn't usually go out there. They were out there, and it was all love.
Wow.
I've grown up here. I've never seen that.
It gives me chills.
I've never seen that. That shit was hard.
That's insane. That's insane.
Kendrick is different.
Yeah, man. I really hope that this continues, because, us, and I'm not sure how old you are, but me, like, I kind of grew up as, violence and stuff like that was happening in LA and all of that. So it's really nice to see the growth and the progression of our city.
Yeah, man. It was beautiful. It was legendary. Yeah. It was legendary. I'm glad I was part of that. I feel like I was part of some history.
Oh, man.
So I can't wait to have a kid and be like, yeah, that's your boy right there. I'm in the back.
That's your daddy right there.
God, see that legal business hat? It's me. It's one of the first ones.
Well, listen, before we get up out of here, I like to end off interviews with like the artists giving some words of wisdom for those, out there that are, probably watching your journey or look up to you. Like, what would you have to say to inspire those who look up to you?
Keep going. The only the only way you lose is when you decide to give up. When you say that's it, then that will be it. I say give it all you got. I'm talking about, I'm not going to recommend anybody to do this.
Right.
I do well. I do really well right now. I'll empty my bank account for this. Like, give it everything you got, because we're only in our young years for so long. This is a time game.
Yeah.
If you don't put it all on the line, then it really wasn't worth it for you.
Yeah.
This is your time to do something for you, and doing something for you will change everybody's lives around you. So give it everything you got.
That was deep. That was hella deep. No, for real. Like that, and that's real. Like, we're not here forever.
Yeah.
You know, our time is gonna run out one day, and tomorrow's never promised.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's never promised. Man,
Yeah.
that's deep. I hope y'all heard that right there. Okay, run it back, rewatch that, and listen to that, because it's true. That's real.
Yeah. I mean, you got to think about it, because if, let's say you gave it everything you got, right?
Yeah.
You gave it everything you had. You put it all on the line. Every song you ever thought of is already out. You can look back and say, I can't even regret nothing. Shit, they just didn't like me. But I tried.
But they ain't gonna say that about you.
I tried. You know what I
Hell
mean? That's what you can say. But
Hell no. Well, listen, thank you so much for coming on the show, joining me, and talk about your story.
yeah.
You know, especially your dad, even though you laughed through the whole thing. But, you know, that's deep, you know, and I love that you were able to share that story with me.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you.
Yep. I heard I'm supposed to be more open now, so.
Yes, and you have
there.
been. So congratulations. Congratulations. Yeah. We got someone off
Oh,
camera
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to hand us something.
Before I get out of here,
What's
so-
that over there?
Yeah, we got this clothing brand, a
Okay.
legal business, right?
Yes.
I don't like when I walk around, people got the same jacket I got on. So I got
happens a
you a
lot.
jacket that no one got.
Oh.
I don't have this.
So thank you.
I'm gonna make something similar though, because it's hard. It came out hard.
Wow. Nah, you outdid yourself. That is fire.
Yeah.
Show the camera. Turn it around. Wow. Oh my God. This is y'all. You the first to do it. I don't be getting gifts like this. Not even from my boyfriends. And I guess I said boyfriends. No, I'm kidding. This is hard. Thank you so much. Boyfriends. No, I'm kidding. Nah, I'm single, y'all. I'm single for a while. I'm very single, okay? Help me out here, y'all. Help me out. My dad's all like, I think you should sign up on this dating website. It's called It's Just Lunch. You should go on this website, that website. I'm like, I'm not that desperate.
I'm signing up tonight.
I'm not that desperate, okay? But it's hard dating out here. All right, y'all. Twizzy Twitch in the building. Again, thank you so much for joining me on the playlist. It was incredible. And I'm so excited to see what you have coming up next. It's going to be amazing. The playlist. My name is Kalisha. Stay tuned for more greatness.